Previously on Dark.
Well, that was embarrassing.
Well, yeah, good job of getting yourself killed on that one, dipshit.
That's fine.
I mean, it's not like this game is hard or anything.
Nah. This game's easy.
Okay, so what's your plan this time around?
So the thing that I did, I'm gonna do the opposite and not die.
Okay.
So what I was trying to do was I was trying to do the plunging attack on him because
Yeah,
it
you
does
messed
a
that
bunch
up.
of bonus damage, but I fucked it up because I'm bad at video games.
Well, you gotta get it right this time, kid.
They're gonna follow me anyway, so I'm just gonna kill them now.
Okay, I was wondering why you were even bothering with them.
The rest of the guys, I will try to run past though. Excuse me?
They're not wasting any time spamming the fire arrows, are they?
No! Those guys will throw fire bombs indefinitely.
Yeah, these the guys with the arrows were always the hardest part for me. They really screwed me up in this area. I like how I'm like talking shit to you, and I just am awful at this game.
It's not an easy game to, or it's not a hard game to be awful at, to be honest, especially when you're first starting.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons it frustrated me is because I know that I really like hard games, and honestly I just don't think this is my kind of game. I just don't think it's for me.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to put it. Dark Souls is not for everybody, and that's okay. I'm going to get my souls back.
Yeah, that's 100% okay.
Oh yeah, they followed me all the way to the
Yeah,
castle.
they were like, swiggity swoogity, I want that Ken booty.
So you don't have to kill these guys, but it'll make your life a lot easier.
Yeah, these guys caused me a big problem when I was trying to fight this boss. Although it took me like 6 attempts to take this boss out, so like I said, I really shouldn't be shit talking.
In my opinion, it's a good tutorial boss.
Yeah, tutorial. This is a tutorial for Dark Souls.
I mean, yeah. The first enemy you find in Dark Souls is a boss. The Asylum enemy, he jumps down. You don't have a weapon.
That's true. That's very true.
Alright, so attempt number 2, except I'm not going to fuck it up this time. Oh,
Okay.
I hope to fuck this up.
I mean, it'd be funny if I did. I'm not going to go for fancy this time.
And
Wah!
plunge. There you go. You got the plunge. Yeah, there's... Wow. Yeah, that's a quarter of his health. Well, actually more like a third of his
Aha, he missed.
Ooh, good dodge. There you go.
There we go. It's just that easy. Oh, he didn't drop. Okay. Uh-oh.
How did he get to the white wall?
It went away. See?
Oh, okay. Okay. Just took a minute to deload.
Yes, so that fog gate is only there while I'm fighting the boss, so I can't, run away like the brave hero that I am.
When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail. No!
Also, this guy is, Oh. There we go. He's on a different elevation than me, so I can't do the riposte animation. There we go. Alright. See, that's what I was trying to do the first time. Instead I ate a whole bunch of shit.
So you're just being yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to be clear on that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna try and fool people into thinking I'm good at video games.
God knows I don't want people to start thinking that I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. So I can almost guarantee you got absolutely roasted on this part, right?
It doesn't really look familiar to me.
Oh, I'm sure it will in a
But
minute.
yeah.
So what you do is you run the fuck away because that guy shows up and does that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Now I remember. When you said roasted, you weren't being hyperbolic.
I was not kidding.
You were saying that literally, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember
And
that
now we can talk to Solaire.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So this is Solaire. He's a little different.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
This guy's a Monty
Say-
Python character in the making.
You lie! Come on, you pansy!
He really is. But you say yes to what he was saying because you want to hear his proposition.
Okay.
Our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
So you want to say yes to this because he's basically asking, would you like to cooperate with me? Which you do want because it's very
pleases me
helpful.
greatly.
How is
Well
he
then,
helpful?
Take this.
So he gives you the white sign soapstone for one,
We are
which
amidst strange beings
I'll let him keep
in a
talking.
strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So that was a whole lot of dialogue for him to tell you basically how summoning and multiplayer works in this game. So what we just did was we agreed to cooperate with him, so now, occasionally, we'll be able to call on him for assistance.
Is he actually useful?
He's a very good tank. He's good at distracting enemies.
Okay. Well,
He
that's
actually
really,
has some pretty good damage output too, but
that's
for the
really
most
what
part,
you
he just pulls enemies' attention away from you.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he was also expositioning as to why multiplayer in this game works. So,
Well, we're not worrying about that.
no, not at all. Right now, what we want to do is we want to hang a left down here, and this should look familiar. Keep the ladder down
Oh, okay.
to the bonfire, and now we can go spend our souls.
This game actually has a little bit of a Metroidvania build.
Yes, it does actually.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing, because Metroidvania games, when they're done right, are really good.
So we're gonna spend a little bit of level up points, or some souls to level up. I'm gonna level up my vitality because I'm a little squishy right now. Then I'm going to level. Oh, let me think.
See, when I played this, I just
Strength.
pumped basically everything into endurance, and I think that backfired on me because I wasn't equalizing my abilities nearly as well as I should have been.
Yeah, you can do that. You can pump everything you want into one particular stat, but when you're first starting out, it's recommended that you take a more balanced approach.
Right, okay.
Because
Well, that
endurance
explains
is
a lot.
very, very useful.
Well, the reason I was doing that is because I was going for a lot of heavy stuff early on, and so I needed all the stamina I could get because I was fat rolling.
Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something a little ballsy. So if you run right here, the fire can't hit you, and eventually he'll get aggravated to the point where he'll come down, and then we can run past him.
See, they programmed this in a very specific way to where there's one way to do everything. There's obviously a lot of nuance to this game, but it's like if you really do have to know what you're doing.
Yes. And then we run like hell.
Look at that! Like this is so. I can't tell if this is amazing game design or bad game design. I can't tell.
Okay. Whoa, that was close. So I was gonna cut his tail off, which you get a reward for doing it, but right now I'd rather not die.
Pussy, pussy, pussy!
So after that, he'll get back up on his little peak, and then he flies away because we've gotten past him, and he is a sort of loser. I don't know, but yeah, he's gone now. So now we can go back to the bridge and loot the items.
Okay, when you say he's gone, do you mean he's actually gone?
So he'll leave until we go through a loading screen or sit at a bonfire and try to cross the bridge again, and then he'll come back. The same way he does when you initially come through here.
So basically, never try to cross this bridge again.
For now. So we pick up a soul of a nameless soldier. And the Claymore, which is quite possibly one of my favorite weapons in any video game ever.
Is it too heavy?
Oh, no, I can use it right now.
Oh, okay.
So I can two-hand it, and I can use it, you know, like a greatsword would normally be used in two hands.
Ooh, that has a long recovery time, though, huh? Can you
Yes.
cancel the frames for the recovery time with a dodge?
Yes, you can, in a way. I'll show you. There's a way to do it. Okay, so we're
Okay.
actually going to level up our strength one more time, do a little bit more damage. So if we take a look at our longsword, and our right-hand weapon would be, if we equip the longsword, as an AR of 107 versus our claymore of 138. So we're doing significantly more damage at this point in the game using the claymore.
Okay.
But it weighs twice as much. Which isn't a problem because we weren't using much of our equip load to begin with.
Oh, weighs twice as much. Sounds an awful lot like my big fat.
Okay.
Alright, and then you've probably been up this way, right?
Well, get up there and let me see it.
There's a bit of a surprise waiting for us up here.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I remember him. Ooh. Jesus Christ, okay. You can, wow, okay, you can parry him. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
these
That's
guys
fine.
are a joke.
That's
If you know
fine.
how to
That's
parry.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. I guess I'll just go fuck myself then.
Also, I'm just pushing his sword away with my bare hand because video games.
I'm really realizing, like, watching you play this, how, like, terrible I was at this.
Oh! Oh, we
Black
got one of
Knight
the best swords in the
Greatsword.
game.
Black
The Black
Knight
Knight
Greatsword.
Greatsword. So I got the sword he was using.
Well, I want to see that.
I can't use it right now.
Okay, why not?
So I can pull it up because I don't meet the stat requirements. So if we look at the requirement parameters, we need
physical.
32 strength and 18 dexterity, which we are not that far away from, to be honest.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
at 15 dexterity and 15 strength.
So you're going to put all your points into that from now on? Just so you can use that sword?
That
Okay.
sword is amazing.
Gotcha.
I just want.
Alright.
I'll just get the base required stats for you, so you can just see how it works. It's one of my favorite swords in the game. Oh crap! I might have screwed up here. So if you're quick, you can run past all these guys before he activates the gate over here.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
Okay, he got stuck on one of the enemies. So he's gonna. I want him to pull it down.
Oh, to close it off?
Yeah, so to close it off.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. There
And
you go.
now he won't ever do it again. Now that he's out on, he doesn't respawn, I believe. So if you let him do that animation, now he won't ever do it again. So you can raise the gate, and now it's open permanently, unless you decide to close it.
Okay.
Because I want to go back there and grab some stuff that I missed, and kill these guys.
Why did that? Ooh. Why are some of your hits doing 16, but some you had one that was 16 and one that was 82? Why is that?
So the hit that did 16 was because he was blocking, and he blocked
Gotcha.
most of my
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
So something I wanted to point out last time was that if you two-hand your weapon, you won't bounce off of the shield. You'll do your normal attack, and you'll deal guard break damage to their guard,
Gotcha.
which I'm sure you're familiar with from Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Two very, very, very different games, though.
Yes. Both, you know, have Bandai Namco attached to them. Trying to do
that's,
something.
that's not exactly a good thing, though.
No.
Well, don't throw at me. It was a good time.
You can also do something kind of funny. You can run him into the fire and he'll do damage to himself.
Okay, well, how'd that work out for you?
He took about 32 damage.
Doesn't seem like it was worth it.
I need you to die, please. There we go.
Yeah, see, I didn't know about this. I just tried to fight all these guys head on, and it did not go well for me.
Yes. Sometimes the best approach is the indirect approach, or running like a madman like I did.
We must fight to run away.
Yeah, this really is a game that's about playing it over and over and over again and mastering
Yes, definitely, because there's so many different ways you can play through the area. You
Yeah.
could also take the slow and cautious approach and pull the enemies one at a time using arrows if you have them.
See, I think that's probably why you enjoyed Doom and especially Doom Eternal so much, because
Yes.
they are not games that you just are awesome at the beginning. It's not
Nope,
about
you
your
gotta
first
learn.
playthrough. Yeah, it's about your 10th or your 15th playthrough. That's what makes Doom good. Very
Ooh,
much
the
like Dark
halberd.
Souls. You're not going to use that halberd, though.
No. It's not a bad weapon. It's one of my favorites. You know what? Honestly, there's like only a handful of weapons I don't like in this game, because a lot of them are all pretty useful if you build your character around it.
So is this your favorite out of the 3 Dark Souls games?
Of the 3 Dark Souls games, yes.
But Bloodborne is your favorite From Software game, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you haven't played Sekiro yet, right?
I have not, no.
I'm surprised you haven't, because... would you say that From Software is your favorite developer?
One of them, definitely. I definitely have... recently, I have a weird fondness for id Software.
Every time we worried about that stuff, which was totally fucking valid, you look at the sprites going brrr, and like the stuff, you know what I mean? And you're just like, we could do anything, you know? Like have you seen the stuff that goes on to do? Brrr, brrr, brrr.
Because of some of the fantastic games I've played.
Oh yeah,
developed.
They've only made two. They've made 2 mediocre games, and everything else they've made is really awesome.
Okay, so The mystery key is an important key for unlocking a certain jail cell later in the game. If you don't have the master key, you need to get this key to talk to a certain NPC.
But you've
So that's
already
where
got
that
the
key
master
is.
key.
But I have the master key, so I don't need it. But if you don't have it, that's where it is.
Gotcha. So I'm really noticing that you're pretty good at actually cutting down multiple enemies at once. That was something I really struggled with when I played it.
It just depends on the kind of weapon you're using. Great swords are fantastic at hitting multiple enemies at the same time.
Yeah, I think that was one of my problems, that I was using the short sword for way longer than I should have, because I didn't know about a lot of this extra shit that was in the game.
There's advantages using the straight sword because there's less recovery time, it attacks faster, it uses less stamina, but it also does less damage and has less reach. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to every single weapon.
We're about to get... Is this some nasty shit up here? I don't quite remember this
There can be some
part.
nasty shit. So, these guys, if you don't know how to deal with these guys, they're not fun. But if you're really quiet...
Surprise!
You backstab him. I think he's still alive, though. Yep, he's still alive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you
one
a
more
trick.
hit.
Parry these guys.
Oh, okay, okay. You can... Can you parry anything except for bosses?
You can parry most things sort of realistically. And that'll sort of... obviously you can't parry, animal attacks.
Right.
But most, enemies that are your stature or similar and are using traditional, I guess weapons can be parried.
Now, you just got the Knight Shield. Is that any good?
I don't like it because of how heavy it is, so I'll go ahead and pull it up. So the Knight Shield weighs 5.5, which is really heavy, and it doesn't really provide better benefits than some of the other lighter shields that also provide 100% damage reduction, or physical damage reduction.
Okay, I got you.
So it's more so if you like it, use it, but there are better shields. I hear him behind me. So the guy we just fought was using a rapier. This guy's using a straight sword. So he's got a different moveset.
But it's the same enemy type. Okay, that's actually really interesting.
Yes, there is some variety of enemies. As a trade-off, he's also slightly weaker than the rapier enemies, which doesn't really make sense. I would think the rapier enemies would be weaker, but would do more damage because
you
they're
would
faster.
think so.
But anyway, so yeah, he's basically the rapier guys are upgraded versions of those enemies.
Okay.
Got some more standard hollows. I love this sword. So the Claymore is one of the weapons that you can get very early in the game, and you can just use this weapon for the entire game and it'll carry you.
So you can use that sword the entire game if you wanted to.
I've done it before.
Holy shit, okay. But
This
that's
is-
not it. That's not even the one that you want to use, though.
No. I've used the Claymore for more playthroughs than I can count, but I've used the Black Knight Greatsword a few times, but it's just such a good weapon.
So you're gonna go with a Black Knight Greatsword when you can
Yes. As soon as I can use it. So we went ahead and ran down here, which there's a good reason why I did. You hear that hammering? Time to meet a very, very, very important NPC.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
So, this is Andre of Astora, our blacksmith, and he is quite possibly one of the single most important NPCs in the game because he handles all weapons that are upgraded through standard reinforcement. So, he's gonna, if you need to upgrade a weapon that's not a magic weapon or a fire weapon or a lightning-based weapon, you need to come to Andre. So first things first, we can learn a gesture from him, which is useless in single player. And he offers a variety of services. Modified equipment, we'll get into that later. We can't really do anything right now. A reinforced weapon, that's pretty self-explanatory, which we can actually do that right now because we have some Titanite shards that we picked up from standard enemies. So we're going to upgrade our Claymore twice.
Why didn't you save it for the Black Knight Sword?
The Black Knight Sword is different. The Black Knight Sword falls in the category of Twinkling Titanite, which is a different resource.
Okay.
We have some of that.
You've only got one, though, right? Yeah,
I have two, so I can upgrade it twice.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at the required souls, it's significantly more than the Claymore.
2,000 apiece. Okay, I got you.
So he also sells some items. He sells Titanite shards, which are used for standard reinforcement.
Oh, okay.
So let me actually explain that a little bit. So standard reinforcement is explained through this. So reinforces standard weapons to +5. So a standard weapon, and I'll get back to Andre in a minute,
Careful.
is any weapon that can be upgraded with Titanite shards. So like the Claymore, or the Zweihander, or the Morningstar, or basically any normal weapon, if that makes any sense. It's not like a unique weapon like the Black Knight weapons. There's another classification for weapons that are called, that are boss weapons that are upgraded with a different kind of Titanite that we don't have yet. So I'll touch that when we get that kind of Titanite.
Well, hello again. Use
I'm
me.
just going to go ahead and master his dialogue. So he sells some key items. The Crest of Artorias helps us unlock a door later, but you can see that it's
Oh my
quite
god,
expensive.
20,000 souls. Jesus Christ.
However, he sells the weaponsmith box, the armor smith box, and the repair box. This will let us do basic repairs and reinforcements at the bonfire. So we don't have to come to a blacksmith when we want to upgrade stuff or repair things. Very, very useful, and I will be buying the weaponsmith box first, and I will be coming back and buying these when I have the required souls.
Okay.
Actually, I might have enough consumable souls to buy them. I think I do. So we'll go ahead and... Yep, so we can buy one more.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Neat.
So, next we buy the armor smith box. Okay, so we need 1,600 more souls to buy the repair box, and we won't need to come back to Andre for any standard reinforcements or repairs. Ooh, I think we have enough. Oh, yeah, we do. Oops. There we go.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
So for now, we're done with Andre. We don't really need to do anything else with him at the moment.
Okay.
So now when we go back to the bonfire, and we rest, now we have new options. We can reinforce our weapon, reinforce our armor, or we can repair. And repairing items costs various amounts of souls depending on the degradation of the equipment.
Yeah, and the degradation in this game isn't really that bad from what I remember.
Oh, no,
In
it's-
Dark Souls 2, it was
it's-
awful, though.
In Dark Souls 2, it's awful, but we'll talk about that later. But basically, as long as you're paying attention, and your weapon will tell you, hey, it's getting ready to break. It'll tell you well before that happens. So as long as you are paying attention to your gear, nothing's ever going to break on you in this game.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now we're just going to go back and finish exploring the Undead Parish. These guys. See, now we're doing more damage.
Wow.
Before we were doing 82, I think.
Yeah, you were doing 82 before. You're just one-hitting them. Wow, 115. That's
Ooh,
a
another
huge
Titanite
difference.
shard. So now we get to fight this guy. Remember what I said about realistic portions? Yeah, you can parry this guy because that makes sense,
Okay,
right?
yeah. Okay, yeah. This explains what one of my problems was, is I was actually trying to apply logic to Dark Souls, and that was probably
Yeah.
not a good idea.
So you can't riposte him, but you can parry when he dropped the Titanite shard. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And this right here, a Firekeeper soul, these are worth their weight in literal gold. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So we're going to ignore these guys right now, and we're going to take this shortcut down somewhere that should look familiar to you.
Yes, this definitely does.
So this is one of the first instances of linking back to the hub. That happens numerous times in this game. Because now we're back at Firelink Shrine. And now we've activated this elevator shortcut, whereas before this was just empty. There's Petrus. And now we can rest at this bonfire and get our Estus flask back up to 10.